That's where my up and down friend used to live, in that house there. And this was where she would walk every morning on the way to the to her work at the nunnery, where she was a nun and very popular under the Mother Superior. I just couldn't resist this pink rose. It's like a pinky scent, that's what it is. It's a beautiful flower. Look at these happy roses. So this is the old part of the abbey, and I understand that this is the area that my up and down friend, they used to tend, where the grass is where they used to tend to vegetables in the vegetable plot. I just arrived at Abbey, and it was, excuse me, just after 20 to 4. The reason I was stopped, I was sending a text to my up and down friend to see if she wanted any candles lit for her family, just as a thought. But there's obviously no mobile signal here, so that was a bit of silly, wasn't it? I must have known there was going to be no signal to send that. It would have been sent eventually once I got back to Mull, I think, but anyway, I'm in the Abbey. I wanted to light a candle. I'm going to light a candle for my families and the ones that have passed on and all those who I love. So I just thought, my up and down friend has lost an awful lot of people as well, and I thought she might appreciate a candle. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll just light the candle for it, because I knew them. That's what I'll do. So I better keep myself silent just now. So, look at the marvellous church, isn't it? Wonderful. Right, I'm going to light a candle. I'm going to light 2 candles, one for my family and one for Up and Down's family. I think she'll appreciate it one day in her life when I tell her. Hope so. Mind you, she's probably been here, the fact she worked along the road. In that big nunnery, and the gardens, chopping wood in winter. Okay, let's make a prayer, Andrew. Let's light a candle for people. I'm not going to film myself in my prayer, but I'm going to film the candle being lit. Make the prayer. That's my family. Up and Down's family. Yeah, what a shame for my Up and Down friend. She's had a hard time. God bless her. Yeah, God bless Up and Down. Let's go get a prayer, Andrew. I'm going into this little ancient little place to make my prayer. What I'm doing is I'm going to write out a note. I've taken a photograph of the prayers for healing. I make a donation. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of paper And what happens is the congregation, the Iona community, will then make prayers for me. I only put my name as Andrew. They asked only the first name. Of course, that's all I'll use anyway. And I'm simply going to put a message that me and Up and Down Friend come together in harmony. Even if she doesn't want commitment, just back as friends. So this is where I'm going to sit for a moment, in this little alcove just above the Abbey. This is like my bedroom in Jerusalem. A bit bigger enough, but so I'm going to write. I'll read it to you in a second. Okay, it's a bit squiggly. It's a bit noisy with the echo in here because I'm in this stone place. But simply it says, Andrew asks for return of good health of Up and Down Friend and our reconciliation in love. So that's it. And that's what I've come all the way to Iona for. God bless. So here's my note. And it goes into this prayer. I'll put it in here. That's where the prayers go. And that's all I need to do. I've made my donation. And we'll go back out the doors, Andrew. I'm feeling so much better. Yeah, God bless it, my Up and Down Friend. Her health returns to normal. She's a wonderful person, you know. She's just had a hard time. That's all. She's a really lovely person. And I love her. I'm glad I met her. I hope we can be friends again. Thank you, Iona. I'll see you again sometime, eh? Thank you, Iona. I'll just get a quick one of the Celtic Cross, and we'll move into this just to show you this here. And I think what we'll do, I'm going to have one more silent prayer for my family and all those who have passed away that were good for me. And for St. Columba. You know, I've said prayers in many of a church over my long life, and certainly I used to sit out of the kitchen in my granny's when I was about 7-year-old to make prayer. I didn't think I wasn't sure if I was allowed to say prayers, you know, and say grace and stuff like that. But I used to zip out, even when I was earlier than that. I mean, I was always saying that when I was young, very young as well. And what I was going to say was, of all the prayers that I've said, I felt there was none more meaningful than the prayer I made today. And I really felt something occurring there, particularly when I lit the candles, and it wasn't so long afterwards when I was in that little room space writing that prayer. I mean, I've said healing prayers for my Up and Down Friend often, and often of late, and I've often prayed and manifested our reconciliations over many years as well, which have occurred. But there's something today just really very spiritual, very, very close. It's a busy tourist area, so I've been in much more isolated churches in my time, but nevertheless, taking that quiet corner where I did, it very, very was. There's a real sense of awe about it all. And that's just not my emotions saying that, it's just, although I do feel so strongly about her. I do. I actually felt quite tearful there. I was slightly overcome by emotion, to be perfectly honest, but that's just the way it is, Andrew. There's a kind of emptiness, but at the same time, there's a sort of void, but it's filled with complete love on both sides. I just know that. Right now it just seems there's a space, there's a void, and it's just filled with everlasting love. I'm looking at this garden here. I'm going to volunteer to come up here in the springtime. I'm going to write to the committee and say I'll volunteer to come up and dig this over. And I'm going to bring some of my plants that don't do so well in my garden, and I'm going to bring them up here and plant them in here. Because it's looking a wee bit sad here, isn't it? There's some nice plants. Look at the geraniums and stuff there. But mostly it's all just weed and thistle, isn't it? Yeah, it needs a bit of attention. Anyway, Andrew, you've accomplished what took 1, 2, 3 attempts. First time in Ardamuckin you couldn't get over because it was foul weather. The second time, 8 days ago, you couldn't get because you couldn't get on the ferry. And today you've got on the ferry, 2 ferries. You've made it to Iona and you've said your prayers and you've left a note for the committee, the prayer committee to pick up, and they'll be quite astonished. They'll say, I wonder what that means, up and down friend. That's all I said. Andrew asks for the good health of his up and down friend. Let's continue.